Yeah, not too bad, thank
Yeah,
you.
how was it?
Stressful, really stressful. It's to smell that everything's opening up again, that it's just absolutely mental.
It feels a bit strange in town tonight, actually.
Yeah.
I was walking about at 7 o'clock, and it was like, I don't know, it was like calm and light. And then now I come out now, it's like,
nothing. Well, I would usually walk that way, which would take me just under about 2 minutes, but I figured that we take the long route back home, if that's alright.
Yeah, fine, yeah.
I'm just gonna text my flatmate and let her know that I'm on my way back, just so that she knows I'm 20 minutes away.
I know. No, excuse me.
So how was your day?
Fine, very busy. I'm glad to be busy and glad to be working, you know what I mean? So, oh my god, I haven't got the thing, that's my normal wet cough.
No, you are right, it's nice having a bit of a buzz in the town now.
Oh my god, I was just walking on the prom tonight and I realised I was wide-eyed. I thought, it's just because there's people about.
Yeah.
And some people I know and some people I don't, and just people.
Well, that's what I was surprised at. There were so many tourists in work today, and a lot of them were like, "Oh, hi, hun, do you live here?" And I'm like, "Well, obviously I'm working."
Oh, no.
But no, it was really nice. It does make me feel a lot more sort of at ease when I know there's going to be people about.
Yeah.
So I don't really mind walking home by myself, or I don't mind leaving work and knowing that there's going to be people there, rather than it being completely dead like it was during lockdown.
Was that spookier?
Absolutely, completely. I think it was the thought of knowing that if you just saw one odd person, that it was just that one odd person, compared to knowing there's a group of people there that could.
It's funny because you used to hear things more, didn't you? And so, because it was so quiet.
Yeah.
And now it's like you're enfolded in sound, and it's almost as if you. I don't know, do people feel closer or further away? I just don't know.
I think it depends on what you sort of do. I know working in a pub that I already feel sort of anxious when I leave.
Yeah.
That I know I've served a lot of people who are quite far over the alcohol limit and will be stood there, and then I'm walking home and I'm thinking, God, like, do they know me? Are they going to say hi to me? Do they think that they've got sort of a special privilege to speak to me because I've spoken to them and served them nicely and work?
Yeah.
But
do you feel like, it's, you know, like when people talk about an exit strategy,
yes.
Do you feel like you have to leave work in a certain way without seeing them or making yourself
so
seen by them?
I usually take a different outfit change to work.
Yeah.
So I'll wear like something, I obviously wear all black in work, but I'll take either like a yellow coat or something bright, or just some trappies to put over the top, so that people don't have that image in my head of thinking, oh, she's a waitress, or oh, she's a barmaid.
Yeah.
There's already that sort of stigma surrounded by it. But then when I leave my pub when I'm working back home, I've got 2 exits to get home.
Okay.
So I can either take the short way or I can go the long way.
Yeah.
And the short way, I don't do it by myself because there's no street lighting. It's all one-way traffic coming up behind me. Yeah. And it's just a different vibe up that road. But then during the day I'll happily walk it.
Yeah.
But the way that I do walk home, there's only another bar next to us, and then it's just houses.
Yeah.
So I know that I'm not going to really encounter anybody walking that way unless they live there.
Yeah. It's funny here, I never walk this way. There's something about the back of Tesco's, I think, and all these little side alleys here, I think there's nothing wrong, is it? But
no.
I don't know. I've always been scared of, is it my Blue Street here?
Yes.
Always, and I don't know why.
The other way around. I don't mind this street.
Okay.
Because it's wide and I can see straight ahead.
Yeah.
And I think because the alleyways are quite set back from the pathway, that I can walk along here.
Yeah.
I know that I'm far enough away that my peripheral vision would catch anything that's happening.
Yes. Do you know, you maybe realise now, like my eyes are flicking back and forth. I see row parked cars here, and you kind of check that there's no one in the front seat or something.
Yeah. My parked cars like this don't mind me as much. If I was walking the other way, I'd be more cautious.
What, if you're walking that way?
If I'm walking that way,
why?
Because I feel like if you open a car door this way,
and
I was standing here,
this
door opens,
and they've got you there. Oh no, yeah.
Whereas that way, I'd see it open.
You see it up on.
Because what you almost want is, well, every girl's dream is to have the eyes in the back of their head.
Every girl's dream.
So, like, down here,
yes.
what I would love...
Yeah.
Actually, if you walk backwards and I'll walk forwards...
What, me walk backwards?
Yeah,
How do
I'll
you
guide you,
all
like
right.
that.
Yeah.
Then you're getting the view of the back.
Yeah.
And I'm getting the view of the front.
Yeah.
So any car that's coming up behind me...
Yes.
You can look at the registration.
Yeah.
You can look at the car type, the colour.
Yeah, yeah.
And you'd know what it is if you ever needed to identify it.
Yeah.
There's nothing on the floor. You're okay.
Oh.
But that's always what you want, because otherwise you're constantly like this, looking around saying, is this car slowing down? Is it...
Yeah. So you prefer going this way rather than the way that we could have gone outside the station?
No, I'd rather go the other way, but I figured seeing as you're here, we'd go and explore Aber a bit.
Oh, okay.
Because I always feel safer having someone else with me.
Yeah.
Regardless of gender, really, it's that power in numbers, really, isn't it?
I think it is, yeah.
You know you're going to be over.
You can feel, I know, because you feel like you're more out, and you're kind of showing your, not your strength, but you mean you feel like you're getting, your body's active, whereas if I'm by myself, you tend to sort of shrink in.
It's funny you mentioned that, because I'm just noticing that my pace now is not how I would be walking by myself.
No.
If I was walking by myself, my pace would be
I'd be like that. Do you know, when I was walking here, I suddenly realised I got my shoulder kind of walk, and I was like, I was deliberately walking in a really kind of way. But now I don't care. You know what I mean?
I think it's how you present yourself when you're walking, that I know if I'm walking in a certain place, some areas I'll just put my head down, get there as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Other areas, I'll make myself look like, don't even bother. Like, don't try me, don't approach me.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, what I said there was completely wrong. I don't go in. You kind of like go out when you're by yourself, don't you? You feel about the size of the streets, don't you? I've never felt unsafe in Aber, that's the thing.
I think growing up in a city,
and
I don't know what age I sort of started becoming conscious of walking and these subconscious things that I would do in my head.
Yeah.
But I think it just goes wherever you go with it now.
Mm-hmm.
That it's not something you just forget to do. That it's already there without even realising. Like, I put my bag over my shoulder like that instead of on like one strap. In case anybody comes back and just takes it. And I think it's my sister that taught me that. She's like, always put it over your shoulder.
Oh, good God. So the other thing that we've started doing since all those lockdowns is just walking in the middle of the road. I kind of think it's my right.
It does make you feel safer though, because you're not from either side. But this area here, I feel completely fine. And I know we've got the restaurant there. There's a CCTV camera up there to look over everything. And I've started noticing those during my walks in the day. I'll keep looking up to notice where points are of like safety and things like that. But this is
this
like
bit
calm.
Feels fine, doesn't
I know
it?
there's points of walks that I identify as thinking this is a stopping point. Where I could chill out and be like, right, I'll catch my breath and then I'll keep going. And this is one of them. Let's go down.
What is that? Is that like grills on the table?
Yeah, it's like a fire pit on the thing when they just do like nice big tapas bits and everything. But I think that just sets the vibe for sort of the town and the area. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit classy, a bit different and stuff like that. It's nice. Because I don't have any reason to walk down here at night, really.
No.
Unless I'm going to the pub or whether I'm going on a night out. So that's been completely stripped. Let's go down there.
Okay.
Because this is a completely different vibe, and it's strange how something so close to an area that's safe.
So this, what does this feel like to you then?
Closed off. It feels quiet. It feels like there's a lot going. I feel like in a fishbowl.
Yes, it is. Yeah, because
Because it would probably be at this point, if I ever had to walk here, that I'd have my hands in my pockets, and I'd probably have my keys in between my fists like that. And I don't know why I've started doing it, but I know a lot of people do.
Is that a recent thing for you?
Yeah, and I remember doing it when I was walking home from work.
Yeah.
I had my keys in my pocket, and there was a man approaching me, and the only thing I had in my pocket was my keys.
Yeah.
So and they were just in my fist like that, and I thought,
Yeah.
where have I learned to do that?
I don't know. How do people exactly do you learn it? Because
I think social media is a massive thing at the moment, because there's lots of things that I had never learned to do, and other things that I found people doing. I thought that is such a good idea, and because they're such simple, easy things, I just keep doing them.
I got my keys here now, and I suddenly thought I feel kind of good because I've got them in my hand now.
I've never punched anyone with a key in my hand.
No, I wouldn't know how to.
No, but for some reason that seems like it's safer.
Yeah. Oh God.
Because this space here freaks me out in day and night.
Yeah.
Because it's a garage, it's heavily male orientated, and it just feels like
all those cars back
it
there.
just feels like anything could be going on the corner. Anybody could be here. It's quiet. There's nothing subliminally here that should make me feel nervous.
No.
But for some reason it just does.
And I just look at the houses there. You think, well, if anything did, would anything happen? Would they do anything?
Yeah.
Or, you know, would you, if you heard people screaming on the street, what do you do? Do you think? You kind of think, I'm not gonna. You wouldn't call anybody, or would you? Or you know, I don't know.
I think it's especially hard in a student town as well. You think, oh, they're just harmless folk.
Yeah, how much? Yeah.
But there is a CCTV camera there as well.
Where is it? Is it there?
That white one there.
Oh, the white. Oh,
and one there as well.
All right.
Yeah, 2.
Oh yes, I see. Yeah. Ooh.
Because these are all businesses here, so I don't imagine anyone would be in them now.
No. It's kind of a dead street, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, at night, I guess, isn't it?
But
people live up here.
The doorway here is actually a prime example of every girl's worry on a walk.
Yeah.
So if I stand in here.
Yeah. Good God, no, exactly.
At what point can you see me when
now?
You're there? So what I would do if you stand there, is that I would take a wide turn. I would cross over here.
That's it.
And then I know that I could walk this street, keep you in my peripheral, and identify any clothing you're wearing, height, age, anything like that, but be far enough away that if I need to leg it, then I can.
Yeah. Because at this point, when you get to here and you see someone, that's when your heart, you know, you can feel
you don't know what to do.
all the adrenaline, and you kind of, you know, like sometimes you do not freeze, but you kind of, you have to have that moment to think, stand or go, you know, and
but then
is that enough time?
As soon as we hit here, I feel completely at ease again.
Yeah. No, I agree.
It's just, isn't it? It's when you look back at it there, it's so dark and there's nothing going on there.
Yeah.
But then you look at here, how open it is, and the warm light in it compared to the white light.
Yeah.
That it just makes.
Oh, this is like Times Square in comparison, isn't it?
Yeah. But it is quiet, and I found that's another thing that I subconsciously do, is I make my footsteps quieter. If I know that I can't hear my footsteps, then no one else can hear my footsteps.
Yeah, I actually did that just now before you even said it. I suddenly realised I was going, I thought, hang on. Yes. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that either, actually. Hadn't thought of that.
I'm sure a lot of people probably do, but there's probably circumstances where you want to make your presence known. And other times when you sneak past like a mouse.
Oh, look at that. Honestly, it's been amazing. You've been able to see like North Wales, Penllyn all day. And it's just fantastic. This bit always feels great because you suddenly got big sky out there.
It's almost complete calmness. And there's something about the beach that you think is chill. Then you look to your left and see drunk people on the floor. This is almost like and it's really quiet.
And there's a little alley down here.
We're gonna go down that now.
Are we now then?
Yes, we are.
That's what I was going to think. I wouldn't go down there like later on, I was saying.
The thing I actually will give them credit for is how well lit it is.
Yeah. Oh, there it is, yeah.
So it's not as bad as what I would imagine as if I was in the day and I thought, oh God, I'm going to have to walk that at night. I wouldn't think it would be this well lit, but credit to them, they obviously know it is.
Yeah.
So,
see, like, my thing is, I can't, well, I suppose I'm thinking, it's probably locked, but or is it? You know, like
yeah,
you know,
you can't see
the
into it,
graffiti
and there's a indent in there as
and
well.
also, is there's some stairs down then into the basement?
It's just a
I go,
ramp, I think, into the door. But yeah, someone could be crouched
and I'm
there.
looking, you know, like there's that whoever's crossed there, and I'm thinking, well, that's a car boot there, and I'm just thinking that I don't know. You know, this is someone by the car.
what in situations like this, a lot of people have been starting in recording from their back pockets.
In their back pocket?
So you set the film up, put it in your back pocket. So if you want to do that, if you want to put get your camera on and set it onto record, onto video.
Good grief.
So if you pop that into your back pocket now.
So I just close that like that?
Yeah, close that and then pop that into your back pocket.
Into the back of my back?
Yeah.
Right.
So that the camera's then sticking out. So whatever goes on behind you, it's almost like that 360 view again.
That's amazing.
But you can see you've got it there then, and it's subtle. No one's going to know you're doing it. And a lot of people are doing that on walks when they're really nervous.
I had no idea.
Learn something new every day.
I had no idea.
Let's walk down here then.
I mean, have you been doing that?
Yeah. But only in situations where I think I feel nervous.
Yeah.
Where almost like I feel like I'm being watched,
Mm-hmm.
or if I'm about to pass a group of people,
yeah,
I'll do it. Because then you realise it's not that bad.
No,
Once
it isn't.
you've done it, it's not that bad.
It's momentous, isn't it?
But I feel like it looks worse going that way than it did coming this way, because at least you can see the light here. Whereas there, I can't really see where.
No, you don't
the
actually know where the end is. You don't know where the end is because the lights are so bright that end, which are the things that helping you.
Let's keep going then.
Shall I stop filming backwards
yeah,
now?
do, yeah, if you want to.
Okay.
So I don't know whether that makes me uncomfortable or whether that makes me feel comfortable.
What?
The music.
The music.
People in the car. I'm going to go with uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable, yeah. I think, yeah, if I was... I don't know. I probably would cross the street at this point and just walk this side of it. But you think it's fine as well, isn't it? But you think, well...
Yeah, and I think this is the thing, you create scenarios in your head.
Yeah, you do.
For the worst of the worst that could happen.
Sometimes I work, you know, because I live near Aberystwyth, and sometimes I'll get off the bus early and then walk home.
Yeah.
And there's a lay-by where all the milk tankers park up, and sometimes there's a chip van there and stuff. And sometimes, of course, when they're not there in the afternoon, there'll be just one car there.
Yeah.
And it's a main road, but I always cross as far away from it, you know, like keep across the pavement as far as I can go.
Because I know that we find pools of light, and I do that. If I know that I can't, if I don't want to be somewhere, or if I have to be somewhere, then I know I look for pools of light, and that's my next bit of my journey, and that's how I map it out.
Yeah. So how is this bit now? Like, you know, there's Tesco in the light there. What?
It feels like there's people there. It's something about having a shopping centre or anywhere where people would be in a state of normality that you feel safer there. I would like to do actually, I would like to take a photograph.
Okay.
If that's okay. Just of our feet, just to commemorate the fact that we've come on a walk.
Okay.
Just in this pool of light.
Yeah, if Tesco wasn't lit, you'd feel a bit, I'd be creepier.
Yeah, because I think when stuff's shut as well, there's like that abandonment feeling, and I think I get a lot of my worries from horror films.
Yeah.
And from seeing things where you know there isn't anybody, or where people aren't meant to be.
Yeah. Wow! I think that's half the thing, isn't it? Like, say, attacks by strangers are rare.
Yes.
Whereas it's people you know, that it always sort of happens that way. So.
Yeah. It's hearing the stories and hearing things that happen to everybody else, and knowing that it's such a big issue that you think, why couldn't it happen to me? You know, that nobody really is ever properly safe. Anything could happen. But I just live down this street here.
Okay.
I don't expect you to walk me to my house. You can just leave me here. It's fine.
All right.
Are you okay getting home from here?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You've got my number.
Yep,
So
I
you
have.
can text me. So you can, if you text
Yeah,
me when
you got mine now as well.
Yeah.
Good.
Text me when you get home safe.
All right, great.
And I'll see you soon.
Good. Okay, see you
All
soon.
right,
Yeah,
bye.
great. I'll just hang about. What she get there.